So good morning, everyone. Once again, thanks for coming along. Thanks for spending this time with me to pray. We do this leading ourselves with a study in the book of Daniel. So let's just pick up from where we stopped last week, Friday. We've been Daniel chapter 1, verse 10 to 13, pretty much looking at the faith exhibited by Daniel in the midst of the challenge he had. Right, he was one of those chosen to be trained in the king's palace. But the food they were eating was coming directly from the table of the king, and he did not agree with what God's stipulation for him to eat was. So that was a challenge in his life. And coincidentally, it came after the Bible tells us that he found favor and goodwill in the eyes of those he was working with. And that just kind of exposes to us what it means, what kind of life we'll see someone whose favor is exhibited to. We've talked about the fact that Jesus said, when he was praying for us in John 17, he said, Father, I'm not asking that you take them away from the world, but that you deliver them from the evil one, right? We're not here to be separated from the world. We're here to overcome the world. We're not here necessarily to change the world. We're here to overcome the world. We're here to witness the person, the presence, and the power of Jesus Christ, right? So that, and the way we can do that is by faith, is by we also being solid in him whom we have believed. So the Bible begins to tell us, the Apostle Peter, I believe, told us that we should sanctify the Christ as Lord in our heart. We should, so that we'll have something to say to those who might ask us about the reason for our faith, right? We should be solid in our own belief also, so that we can be able to truly be what God wants us to be, which is to witness the person, the presence, and the power of his Son, right? And Jesus Christ did not reveal himself to the whole world, which is intentional, right? But he chooses to reveal himself to the world through you and me, right? So the only way we can show forth Christ is to first embody him, right? If we don't embody him, then we cannot be a true witness to him, because people have to see him in us, not just the words that we use, right? It's the fact that we're able to show him forth in everything that we do every day, right? So we stopped at Matthew chapter 5, verse 25 on Friday. I'm going to pick up from Matthew chapter 5, verse 26. And just before I go there, there were two quotes I came across yesterday, just to learn what we're trying to study. I didn't carry them here, but it just, what we saw Daniel exhibit, he exhibited faith in God. And obviously the Bible didn't tell us in that part that he prayed. But later on, as we read into the book of Daniel, we know that he was one that depended on God through prayers, right? He had 3 times a day when he spent time to pray. His belief, his faith, his conviction came from the power he had in the secret place, right? We're then trying to model his person so that we too can overcome in the details of our lives